Hi, good morning everyone. In previous video, I was discussed with you people about law of variable proportion, which was also popularly known as the short-term production analysis. We understood that with the following statement, such as increasing one input by keeping all other inputs constant, the output is increases. In other hand, with the simple words, the law of variable proportion explains the relationship between varied inputs, constant inputs and the output in the short run. We understood that with the following suitable, perfect schedule as well as the diagram or diagrammatical explanation. And today I am in front of you people to discuss over one more very important topic, which will in generally ask for both 2 marks, 4 marks as well as 6 marks. Namely, as I wrote on the board, law of returns to scale. Law of returns to scale. Before discussing in detail about the following topic, we want to glance once again the meaning of long run. As we know very well, long run, it is the time where the firm can change all the inputs to make changes in the supply of commodity as per or according to the demand. In the long run, the firm can change all the inputs, all the factors of production. Which are they? I will write on the board. Long run. In the long run, the firm can change all the inputs or factors of production. Which are they? Land, labor, capital, and organization. All are variant or changes in long run. Keep in mind. In the long run, where the firm can change all the inputs to make changes in the supply of the goods and services according to the demand. This is a familiar word what we people already understood. And now directly we enter into the topic, law of returns to scale. Law of returns to scale. It is also popularly known as long run known as long run production analysis. So, the law of returns to scale, it explains the relationship between varied inputs and the output in the long run. In the long run means in the long run the firm changes all the inputs, land, labor, capital and organization. By changing the inputs, the output produces, the produced output also increases. Produced output also increases. So, what is the statement of the law of returns to scale? Once again, law of returns to scale, it explains the relationship between varied inputs and the output in the long run. Means by changes in the input, the output also changes in the long run. It's a simple meaning or the words or statement related to the law of returns to scale or long run production analysis. I will write here. Returns to scale. Returns to scale explains change in production when all the factors are increased. Factors are increased by the same proportion. Same proportion in the long run. In the long run. So returns to scale. So returns to scale explains the production function. Production function in the long run. According to returns to scale, there are three stages. Number one, increasing returns to scale, fondly IRS. Number two, constant return scale. Fondly, CRS. And third one, decreasing, returns to scale. Fondly, DRS. So what we call the statement as I discussed, explain. Returns to scale explain the changes in the production when all the factors, land, labor, capital, and organizations are increased by the same proportion. Proportion is percentage in the long run. So returns to scale explains the production function in the long run. According to returns to scale, there are 3 stages. Which are they? Very important for 2 marks. The stages of returns to scale. Number 1, increasing returns to scale. And number 2, constant returns to scale. And number 3, decreasing or diminishing returns to scale. Fondly, IRS, CRS, and DRS. Let's try to understand these 3 stages of long returns to scale with the following table and diagram. Table and diagram. Yes, table I will write on board. Very simple numbers which can easy to understand about all 3 stages of the returns to scale. Yes, column 1, factors combination. Column 2, scale of inputs. Which are they? Labor and capital units. And number 3, total product in quintals. And marginal product in quintals. Yes, here the combination of factors, scale of inputs using in the production, labor and capital measured in the units, TP, total product measured in the quintals, marginal product measured in the quintals. As we know very well, there are 3 stages. There are 3 stages. Which are they? They are IRS, increasing returns to scale. CRS, constant returns to scale. DRS, diminishing or decreasing returns to scale. Decreasing returns to scale. So, combination means the scale of inputs using in the production 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yes, units of capital used plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Units of labor using in this form 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Units of capital used in the production function 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By using both the labor and capital, in the long run, the total product and the marginal product is taking place in this form. 20, 50, 90, 140, 190, 240, 290, 320, 340, 350. The marginal product in this form 20, 30, 40, 50, 50, 50, 50, 30, 20, 10. Yes, so let's see what a few points of this table. Column 1 factors combination. IRS, CRS, DRS, you know the long form. Scale of inputs used in the production. Inputs are labor and capital. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 labor. Capital 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The first stage, IRS, increasing returns to scale. 2 units of labor, 1 unit of capital produces 20 units of total product, 20 units of marginal product. 2 units of labor, 1 unit of capital produces 20 units of TP and 20 units of MP. 4 units of labor, 2 units of capital produces 50 units of total product, 30 units of marginal product. 6 units of labor, 3 units of capital produce 90 units of total product, 40 units of marginal product. 8 units of labor, 4 units of capital produce 140 units of or 140 quintals of total product, 50 quintals of marginal product. 10 units of labor, 5 units of capital produce 190 quintal of TP and 50 quintal of marginal product. 12 units of labor, 6 units of capital produce 240 quintal of total product, 50 quintal of marginal product. 14 units of labor, 7 units of the capital produce 290 quintal of total product, 50 units of marginal product. 16 units of labor, 8 units of capital produces 320 quintal of total product and 30 units of 30 quintals of marginal product. 18 units of labor, 9 units of capital produce 340 quintal of total product, 20 quintal of marginal product. 20 units of labor, 10 units of capital produces 350 quintal of total product, 10 quintal of marginal product. Here, actually we want to observe the production in the long run, that is marginal product. Means by increasing the both labor and capital, the marginal product in beginning increases 20, 30, 40. And then it's become constant. We can observe 50, 50, 50, 50. And finally, the marginal product decreases from 30 to 20, 20 to 10. That increasing returns to scale. Increasing returns to scale. By increasing the inputs, marginal product increases from 20 to 30, 30 to 40. And then constant returns to scale. Even though increases in the input, the marginal product is remaining constant. 50, 50, 50, 50. You can observe. Even though the increases in the inputs, diminishing returns to scale, the marginal product is decreases from 30 to 20, 20 to 10. 20 to 10. It's what we call a table explanation. That means what? Changes in the inputs leads to changes in the output in the long run. In the long run, there are three kinds of the stages we observed in the returns to scale, which are the increasing returns to scale, constant returns to scale, and decreasing returns to scale. Decreasing returns to scale. Yes, how we can draw the diagram accordingly? This table or schedule is it's very easy to draw. Yes, I will draw on the board OY axis and OX axis. Yes, here I am measuring the output, and here I am measuring the combination of labor and capital. Or you can use the word inputs. Enough. First, increasing returns to scale. Increasing returns to scale. Constant returns to scale. Constant returns to scale. Finally, diminishing returns to scale. Diminishing returns to scale. Yes, increasing returns to scale is our first stage. Constant returns to scale, second stage. And diminishing returns to scale, third stage. Third stage. Yes, increasing returns to scale, increasing returns to scale. Constant returns to scale, constant returns to scale. Diminishing returns to scale, diminishing returns to scale. It's what we call the schedule and diagrammatical representation of the law of returns to scale. Law of returns to scale. What it explains? What it explains? First one, increasing returns to scale. Increasing returns to scale. You can observe increasing in the input, proportional increases. Which percentage? Proportional increases in the inputs, proportional increase in the output. Proportional increases in the input, proportional increases in the output. You can observe here increases in the inputs, output also increases, but the increases in the output is more than increases in the input. Once again, first stage, increasing returns to scale, increases in the inputs, output also increases. But in this stage, output is increases more than the inputs. More than the inputs. So this stage is called as the increasing returns to scale. Increasing returns to scale. And second stage, constant returns to scale. What it states? Increases in the inputs, increases in the input, output also increases. Output also increases. Once again, under the constant returns to scale, constant returns to scale, increases in the inputs, output also increases. 40 to 50, it's an increases only. Output also increases, but the proportional increases in the output is equal to proportional increases in the output is equal to input or increases in the input. Means here increases in the inputs exactly equal to the increases in the output. That's the constant returns to scale. Constant returns to scale. And next the final stage of returns to scale, decreasing returns to scale. Here the inputs are increases, 16, 18, 20 units of the labor, 8, 10 units of the capital. Inputs are increased as the product or marginal product also increases. Both are inputs also increases, the output also increases. But particularly under the diminishing returns to scale or decreasing returns to scale, the output is less increases. Output is less increases compared to increase in the input. Compared to increase in the input. Output increases but less than increases in the inputs. Increases in the inputs. It is called as a diminishing returns to scale. Once again, I will. Here in the first stage, increasing returns to scale, labor capital increases, output also increases, but output increases more than the labor and capital. In the second stage, yes, labor and capital increases, output also increases, but increases in the output equal to increases in the labor and capital. And third stage, diminishing returns to scale, labor and capital increases. In this stage also, diminishing returns to scale, in this stage also, labor and capital increases. Output also increases, but output is increases less than input. Less than input means in the diminishing returns to scale or decreasing returns to scale, labor and capital increases more, output is increases less. Output increases less. This is what we call the table and the diagram. Let's we take a simple explanation related to the table and the diagram. I will write on the board. Yes, let's we take the small words or the statements related to this the table and the diagram. Table and diagram. Yes, first stage right here, star mark. When a proportional increase in all inputs results in an increase in output, increase in output by a larger proportion, the production function is said increasing returns to scale, increasing returns to scale, IRS. In this stage, increase in proportion, increase in proportion of output is more than increase in proportion of inputs. Proportion of the inputs. Second stage, constant frequency scale. When a proportional increase in all inputs results in an increase in output by the same proportion. The production function is set to display constant returns to scale. So CRS. In this stage, increase in proportion of output is equal to increase in proportion inputs. And final, decreasing returns to scale or diminishing returns to scale. Decreasing returns to scale holds when a proportional increase in all inputs results in an increase in input increase in output by a smaller proportion. The stage in this stage increase in proportion of output is less than increase in increase in proportion of input. So what we call the complete information about the both table and diagram. Stage 1, when a proportional increase in all inputs results in an increase in output, means increases in the inputs leads to increases in the output by a large proportion. This is called as increase in terms to scale, IRS. In this stage, increases in the proportion of output. As I told, in this stage, output is more than increase in the proportion of input. Second stage, when a proportional increase in inputs. Here also the inputs are increases in an increase in output. Proportional increase in the inputs leads to proportional increases in the output. The same proportion. The proportion means the production function is called as constant in this scale. Notice point. In this stage, increase in proportion of output. Increases in the percentage of output is exactly equal to increase in the proportion of input. Means output is exactly equal to the increases in the output is exactly equal to the increases in input under the constant returns to scale. Third, decreasing returns to scale. Here, proportional increases in all the inputs. Means here also inputs increases. Results in an increase in the output. Means here also under the diminishing returns to scale also the inputs increases, output also increases. But output is increases in a smaller. In this stage, this point is notable. In this stage, increase in the proportion of output is less than increase in the proportion of input. Is what we call the law of returns to scale. 3 stages of law of returns to scale along with the table and the diagram dialectical explanation. And it can be explained or it can be represented in the form of formula. Q is equals f of x1, x2 means here Q is a quantity of goods and services. F stands for functioning on factor x1, factor x2. Factor x1, factor x2 means because of factor 1, because of factor 2, the production of goods and services takes place. It's the entire information. It is the complete information which will ask for 2 marks, 4 marks and 6 marks. Keep in your mind the law of returns to scale, 3 stages and the diagram, table and dialectical explanation. Mind it, the law of returns to scale explains the relationship between varied inputs and output in the long run. In the long run, the firm can change all the inputs. There are 3 stages: increasing returns to scale, constant returns to scale, and decreasing returns to scale. I proved that all 3 stages with the table, imaginary numbers, and I showed the beautiful and simple diagram and dialectical explanation. In next class, we will continue the office with a new topic. Till take a break. Thank you.